I go work on some other stuff. Anyway, yep. I have been talking to a couple of people about Medicare Advantage, and so I want to put that in the comments. Medicare Advantage, Medicare Advantage for home care businesses. That's what I'm pretty much going to talk to you about right now. I'm typing it in here. Okay, I'll pen this. So I'll put it here. Medicare Advantage for home care businesses, non-medical or skilled. Okay, put that here. All right. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I won't be before you long. For those of you who are joining me for the first time, please don't let it be your last time. My name is Sean, aka the Savvy Business Chick, making sure that you know your purpose and destiny in the marketplace. Please forgive me because if I look here, I'm on TikTok, and if I look here, I am on YouTube. So I wanted to talk to you guys about Medicare Advantage. And what does that mean if you are a non-medical home care professional? I actually had a lady jump on my live recently on TikTok, and she was like, "Yeah, I just got," she was responding pretty fast in the comments. She was like, "Yeah, I just got licensed in Virginia." And I'm like, "Yay, everybody!" I'm big on celebrating, those, small and big wins. And she was like, "Yeah, now I'm trying to get credentialed with Medicaid." And I'm like, "Yeah." And she said, "But I got denied with Medicare because I needed the certificate of need." And I'm like, "Oh, so let me explain something because yeah, a lot of people just they don't know, especially let me put this alone. If you are a non-medical home care agency, you cannot apply for Medicare. The traditional Medicare, most people are very, very confused about that because it says Medicare, right? And then they're like, "Oh, yeah, that's for the older people, right?" So, yeah, I want to serve the older people. I got a passion for the older people, right? And so, most people, they're like, "Yeah, I want to do Medicare and Medicaid." And I'm like, unless you are a skilled agency and unless you are a home health agency, HHA, you can't even do Medicare. You can't do Medicare. And people are like, "Say what?" Yep. And I'm like, "Yes, what?" Thank you so much. Oh, you're more than welcome. So that's what we're going to get into today. And as always, I am going to leave my live up for about 24 hours. Again, if I'm looking here, I'm on TikTok. So if you're like, "Oh, but I don't see your lives on TikTok, you replays," you have to run on over to my YouTube channel, Savvy Business Chick YouTube channel, to see the live replay, and then we take it down and it goes into my training vault for my home care mentorship program. So just setting the room. Number one, if you are an existing home care CEO, meaning you have an existing home care business, give me the number one. Give me the number one so I can know who we have watching us today. If you are an aspiring home care CEO, meaning you haven't yet submitted your license, but you planning on doing it, you're gonna be doing it sometime soon. Give me the number two. You're either working on your license but haven't gotten approved, then you will be a number two. But if you're already licensed, then you're definitely a number one, right? And then I want to know where you're watching me from so I can kind of give, okay, number two, I see. Thank you so much. Then I want to give know where you're watching me from, so I can be a little bit more specific. So in this short amount of time, I'm going to try to break down something really simplistic to you guys. Hey, Louisiana. And that is, of course, what is Medicare Advantage? I do have a video on my YouTube channel, my Savvy Business Chick YouTube channel, that talks about Medicaid and Medicare Advantage. But just in case you are, okay, cool. Thank you so much. All right. All right. Watching from Virginia, watching from Louisiana. If you are an aspiring home care CEO, I want to talk to you about Medicare. Please forgive me. This is part of my office. We're doing some work in here. So if you're on YouTube, you see we got some things going on. But hey, it's a real office, so I'm not gonna worry about it. Not gonna worry about the aesthetics. So the if you are an aspiring home care CEO, right? Most of the time you are only thinking the best way for you to get paid is through Medicaid, right? And I was talking to one of my business colleagues, right? Me and her, we got licensed at the same daggone time in the state of Maryland. By the way, I started my home care business back in 2006. Yes, I am telling my age, 2006. And within a 2-year period, like 22 months, I generated over 2.3 million in revenue with only 13 clients. With only 13 clients, I give, that was because of God. Number one, I had a mentor. Number two, and your girl just so happens to have a degree in international business and have a little love for marketing. So I do know how to do some marketing. And this is what a lot of people come to me for. They come to me to help them get started, to help them grow and or scale their business. And so I've done both or all three for over 500 home care CEOs. And thankfully, God has blessed me to generate somewhere over 60 million in revenue since 2006, operating a skilled home care business. So definitely thankful for that. And now it's your turn. Guess what? It's your turn to start your home care business. It's your turn to get a taste of success. Thank you for the hearts, because the hearts are free. It's your turn, right? My pastor doesn't he says, some people say you're next in line. He said, no, you're first in line. So I want to say you guys are first in line. If you've already said this is your year to start a home care business, you are first in line. So stop playing with yourself. The time is now. Now, again, I want to give you some alternatives to Medicaid, the alternatives to Medicaid. So first, let me get into Medicare Advantage, and we're going to give two examples. Can you guys say two? I'm going to give two examples of the Medicare Advantage companies in your state. Thanks so much for the heart. So Medicare Advantage is also called Medicare Part C. Can you guys say Medicare Part C? I'm going to put it in the comments. Medicare Part C. I want to make sure there's no delay. Medicare Part C. Thank you so much. Medicare Part C. So if you're a non-medical home care agency, you want to inquire about becoming a provider as a Medicare Advantage provider, not Medicaid, right? Because with Medicare Part A or B, because with that, you will need to be accredited. You will need to have financial reserves. You will need, in some states, have a certificate of need. And when you see all of those requirements and then the cost of all those requirements, so many of you will just get discouraged. And you're going to feel like your goal, your dream of being a home care business owner is just so far away. It's going to discourage you, right? Because not everybody has it like that, where they can just drop $50,000 for a reserve, $75,000 for a reserve. One of my friends in Florida, he had his reserve for Medicare, not the Medicare Advantage that we're going to talk about, was like $100,000, right? Now, thankfully, he has an existing business, so he just used the funds from that business to put it on his reserves. But he had to keep it there. He couldn't touch that amount until they approved him. So here we are. You do not. We're not talking about Medicare Part A or B. We're talking about Medicare Advantage. So Medicare Advantage, interestingly, kind of got a little, kind of came out from the dark, or came out of the closet, especially around COVID. Why? Because people with Medicare, the Part A and the Part B that I'm telling you to stay away from, hey, thanks for joining, they were like, okay, but I don't just need skilled services. I want non-skilled services. You know what you guys talk about, those ADLs. Those ADLs are the personal care, the running errands, the cooking, the cleaning, the light housekeeping, accompanying them to doctor's appointments. Those are all the things you want to do anyway. So let me talk to you guys about how the Medicare Advantage programs can pay for it, right? So first, you got to apply. So again, you have to, well, first let me start here. First, you got to be licensed. You got to be a licensed home care agency. So again, now that we have more people on here, let me know what state you're watching me from. What state are you watching me from? Because I already heard about Louisiana, now Virginia. You gotta be licensed, right? So each state has its own licensing process. Hey California, hey New York, hey Pennsylvania, you got to be licensed, right? Just like if you want to apply for Medicaid, hey Michigan, you gotta be licensed. Now Michigan, you don't, there is no licensing requirement. So hey Philadelphia, there's no licensing requirement. So I'm just going to give some of you the list. I'm going to give some of you the list, and as they say, lead you to the water. Now you're going to have to pay attention to this, because the good, the bad, and the ugly about you being in a unregulated state, Michigan, is that you don't have the same requirements, hey Charlotte, that some other states do. So that's where I'm going to take a step back. Have your business registered. Some people have come to me and say, Sean, well, I'm just going to be me to start out. So I'm going to do it as a sole proprietor. And I'm going to say, don't do it. That is not the ingredients or the equation for success. And that is essentially playing it small. Sorry, I have my getting some lawn care out here. So hopefully you guys are not distracted by some loud noise, right? So I need to have my microphone on next time. Sorry. So with that being said, you need to have your business registered, and to get your business registered, simplistically, you're just going to go to your state. Some call it Secretary of State, like taxation and assessment office. You're going to get your corporate set up as an LLC or an INC. So we're not doing sole proprietor. Then if you're in a regulated state, you are going to get licensed. Then after your license, then that's where most people are like talking about they're going to apply to become a Medicaid provider. And I'm not telling you do not become a Medicaid provider, but I am highly recommending that you add Medicare Advantage to your list of initial credentialing. So when you do that, and I'm going to choose two states, and I'll choose Pennsylvania, and I'll choose Michigan just to be fair. You're going to want to know who are the Medicare Advantage companies in your state. And they do vary. They are different. Let me see. Now, if it's your first time watching me on live, you may, let me share my screen. Or on YouTube, you may not know that, I share data so that you can have, more accurate information. You want to say, well, where is she getting this information from? I am going to show you, right? So this actually, I'm going to be sharing some information from, you guys see this, Forbes Health on the Medicare Advantage plans by your state or based on and coverage where that person lives. So I am going to be sharing that, right? So that is my reference. I went to school. You guys remember how you guys had to show your reference of where you're getting your information? That is my reference. Again, sorry. So I'm going to start off with Pennsylvania. I'm going to save the live for 24 hours. And then then it goes to my mentorship portal. But if you want to see the live, you should, after it comes off from TikTok, because TikTok doesn't save the live, you should go to my YouTube channel, Savvy Business Chick, where I have a lot of other videos. So here I'm going to show you. Let me pull this over. I'm just going to show you guys. I'm going to pick Pennsylvania. Sorry, it doesn't give as good of a. Now, what we're looking for is data. You guys know I'm always talking to you guys about market research and data. So here's some things I want you to see. Look, someone mentioned that they're in Philadelphia. Look, in Philadelphia County alone, there are 146,385 people registered or enrolled underneath Medicare Advantage plans. That's the Medicare Advantage, just not the Medicaid. You guys see this? You see Medicare Advantage? We're not talking about Medicare here. Okay, so out of 146,000 people, guess what? How many of you guys now see the potential? Give me some hearts if you see the potential of you getting about 25, 50. Like, do you see the potential? Like, the numbers help you, right? I could not stand statistics in college, right? But when you see that number, you're like, there's hope, because I keep thinking about all of the agencies out here, and guess what? They're all going after Medicaid. So why aren't you looking into Medicare Advantage, right? Right? So here are the companies, right? Here are the companies. These are the companies that pay home care providers to provide these non-medical services. We got Aetna Medicare, Cigna, Clover Health, Devoted Health, Geisinger Gold, Health Partners Medicare, Humana, Independence Blue Cross, Jefferson Health Plans, Medicare, United Healthcare, WellCare by app, Allwell. Right? This is not how much they're paying, but they do pay about 20, either 26 to 28, right? Right? So those are the companies, right? You guys see those companies? Those and then those. Health insurance companies providing plans. That's who you have to. This one is specific to Philadelphia County. These are the other counties that are listed. And they do vary based upon the counties, right? And I already showed you guys. I'm getting where I'm getting my information from. So, hey, if you just joined, then we're talking about Medicare Advantage and how it can benefit you, whether you're an existing home care business or you're an aspiring home care business, to look at other ways of getting reimbursed, right? All right, other ways of getting reimbursed. So we were just showing from a very reputable and current article on Forbes Health, right, about the top Medicare Advantage plans per state. And because we had a few people on TikTok say that they were in the Philadelphia area, then I said, okay, well, let me show Philadelphia, right? Let me show you what PA looks like. And I gave you the specific companies. Now, guys, you know how I am. You can literally take this video and just say, Sean, thanks for the tip. I'm gonna run over to those sites and I'm gonna try to just, get credentialed myself. And you know what I would say? Do it. I believe in you. I want you to succeed. And I hope you get a contract. I hope you get credentialed. I hope you become a provider. And I hope you don't just do one, but you go down contact each and every company, because it looked like it was about 8 or 9, right? One thing, another thing that my man of God says, he said, it's not that you aim too high and missed, is that you aim too low and you made it. Can you imagine that you've been going about this and you just been playing it safe? Okay, I'm just going to aim right here because I know I can shoot this shot. So I'm gonna need you guys to I'm gonna need you to just be bold, be brave. I've learned more from my mistakes than I have by doing things right. Can anybody else agree to that? I mean, that could go to cooking, to, parenting styles, to marriage, business. This is why I tell you mentors matter. Mentors are different than coaches. Mentors are different than consultants. Mentors say, hey, I made this mistake and I don't want you to make the same mistake. Okay? So you're registering your business, you're getting licensed, you are becoming a provider. Now, just like school, guys, there are different levels that you have to accomplish when you are operating a home care business, right? So let's say that becoming a home care agency, getting licensed, it's like graduating from high school, right? You get your diploma or you get your license, but you're not finished. Some people can just stop there and then they can do private pay only. But then some people say, you know what, I want to go to college. I want to get some other degrees that are my belt. This will be your credentialing phase. So after licensing, you should be going into a credentialing phase, whether you are getting credentialed as a Medicaid provider, or I'm now telling you guys to add on Medicare Advantage. So to become a provider, you need to go through the credentialing process. And a lot of people get intimidated by the application. Now, as much as I have gone through and would love to go through the application like I've done for many states with how to get licensed, I can't necessarily do that for becoming a provider, because they usually ask for private information before you can move forward. So I can't simulate a fake company, right? And then some of them, you do have to either request an application or you would have to log in to get an account on their portal. So just know that you do have to be credentialed. Now, because it is Medicare Advantage Part C, some on most of the applications, they're going to have a very scary question for most of you. And that question is, are you accredited? Now, that question has stopped so many people from continuing on because they're like, oh man, I'm not accredited, so I guess I can't go forward. Just put no there. I'm giving you the biggest tip ever. Just put no, I'm not accredited. I haven't been accredited. I don't have an accreditation. Just put no there. Why am I telling you just put no there? Because if they really, really need providers, guess what? They'll give you a call. They'll use you. And then they'll tell you at that point, okay, well, since you're not accredited, then they may ask for your policies and procedures on certain functions of your business. And this is where if you don't have policies and procedures, like I said, and no shot against Michigan, but Michigan is not a regulated state. But if you don't have policies and procedures, then you wouldn't really know what to send them that is considered in compliance. So before I move on, you guys have any questions? Because we're gonna probably be on for another 10 minutes because I know I'm not gonna be able to get through everything today. So yeah, you need to get credentialed with each individual plan. Actually, let me go through one more state. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll try to go through Florida. Sorry, I'm like looking around. Mm-hmm. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay. Okay. So again, because I am using my phone for TikTok, you may not see this, but it's so good, right? Sorry. So, all right. So, oh, all right. So I can't control who they surveyed. So they surveyed Duval County, Hillsborough County, and Walton County. So again, not even as high as Philadelphia, but you have 92,000 people who are enrolled, right? And here are here are the companies. These are the Medicare Advantage companies. These are the ones that you need to become a provider with. This is for Florida. Like I asked on TikTok, Aetna Medicare, Alignment Health Plan, Care Plus Health Plans Inc., Cigna, Devoted Health. Devoted Health is in, I think, also in Virginia or North Carolina. Florida Blue, Florida Blue HMO, Gold Kidney Plan, Gold Kidney Health Plan, excuse me. Humana is in a lot of states. Simply Healthcare Plans Inc., United Healthcare, WellCare by Allwell, and WellCare. Okay, so those are the companies. Now, why am I telling you the companies on this live? Because if you want to, you can go look up just like we did um, with Philadelphia or Pennsylvania. You can go look it up yourself. Now, I'm just going to do one more for my peeps on YouTube because I don't want them to feel ignored, but I'm not going to share the screen just because I just want to go through it really, 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 really quickly. Okay, for Virginia, um, Virginia Beach has about 25,942 residents enrolled in a plan. Then Fairfax County, that's Northern Virginia, has 50,488 enrolled in a plan, more than Virginia Beach. So shout out to all my Northern Virginia home care CEOs, especially the ones in my mentorship program, right? And Loudoun County, which is also Northern Virginia, 14,034, right? So as you may see, like some of them are different. Some of the, I'll just say, sorry, messed that up. Aetna, Medicare, Anthem, Health Keepers, Humana, Kaiser Permanente, Malona Healthcare Virginia, Sonara Medicare, and United Healthcare are the companies you need to apply for. Sure, I will do Michigan for you in exchange for hearts. Come on, guys, give me some hearts because the algorithm on TikTok has changed and I need to get some hearts out here, but I'm looking for you. I promise. I promise, beautiful. Okay, 1 second. 1 second. All right, we go Michigan. Okay. Okay, so just so I don't keep changing my screen, I just want to read it to you. Okay, so okay, so Michigan. Okay. Can you guys see that? Again, this was not my research, so I can't control who they selected. So they selected Wayne County, which has, now if you're in Michigan, are you familiar with Wayne County? Do you see that? 208,920 people. That is a ridiculous number. Like, remember I said these numbers should bring you comfort. Whenever you do your market research, they should be easing you. You should be like, you know what? I am so relieved to see this number. Yes, God. I now see why you said yes. I will make 7 figures in my business, because looking at this number, it should be easy for you to get. Remember, if you guys go over to my Savvy Business Chick YouTube page, I say between 15 to 21 clients, that's your first million. That's your first 7 figures in business. And looking at that number, if you are anywhere near Wayne County, shoot, you can definitely get 75 clients or more. So if we take 15, 15 times 4, that's 45. You know, I'm trying to get you guys to let's see. I'm trying to get you to 6 million in 3 years, right? Okay, so sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Kalamazoo, 33,494, and Monroe County, 20,367. Remember, I cannot control I cannot control how they did the assortment for the counties. This is Forbes Health, it's not me. Okay, so Aetna Medicare, Blue Cross, Blue Care Network, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, CCA Health, Michigan, HAP, Senior Plus, HAP, Senior Plus, PPO, Humana, McLaurin Medicare, Malona Medicare of Michigan, Priority Health Medicare, United Healthcare, WellCare, and WellCare by Atwood. WellCare comes up a lot, Humana comes up a lot, and Aetna comes up a lot, right? So, and then the last one, because you guys keep it out, I will do Maine, and I'm gonna stop, okay? And I'm gonna check your question. Fairfax County is your market, Mickey Mouse? It's on Forbes. You said, what website is it? I'm looking on Forbes. It's Forbes Health. I shared my screen for those of you on YouTube. So you see, I'm not just making it up. I'm looking, you see, I'm actually showing you the website. Yeah, I'm showing you the website. So it's almost like I'm showing you my hand. Look, I'm saying this is not fictitious information. This, you guys are always telling me it's so many scammers out here. You guys tell me about there's so many scammers out here. Honestly, a little bit more than I feel like I have to make up for all the people that have scammed people out here. And I'm like, the information is here. Remember, this is a tight-lipped industry. My track record is that I try to be very transparent with you guys. I try to share the information that you may not even be thinking about. So I just try to share it to help you with your first step or your next step. What kind of business am I promoting? I'm not promoting any business. I am a home care business mentor who has helped over 500 business owners start their home care business in various states like California, Connecticut, Indiana, Tennessee, Kentucky, Maryland, Virginia, Illinois, Florida, Ohio, Massachusetts, Iowa, Nebraska, Arizona. The list goes on. North Carolina, braids up, took his shirt off. And I'm just being silly, sorry. Both skilled and unskilled. And I am just here on this Friday giving you guys some fun facts about how to become Medicare certified. Okay, so all right, guys, let me try to finish up 2 parts, and then I'm gonna look at some questions, and then we're gonna have to just finish this up in the next session. Okay, so all right, so let me tell you really quick about some types of care that is covered by the by non-medical home care agencies underneath these Medicare Advantage plans. So personal care, homemaking services, transportation, and companionship. That is the main categories, right? They don't break things down like by bathing or mobility. That falls underneath personal care, right? Those things fall underneath personal care. And thank you for the alpha info. What do you mean alpha info? I'm not sure. Hi, Abby. You would like to start a home care business, but you don't know how. You're in Ohio. Go on over to my Savvy Business Chick YouTube channel and watch my free informational video on how to start a home care business in Ohio. And we walk you through the application process. And if you need any further assistance, then you can join our home care startup boot camp. Andrew, is this information applicable to skilled only? No, we're actually talking about non-skilled agencies. Can you drop the website, Chef Bree? I cannot drop the website because it's a link. It's within Forbes.com/health. It has like all those other things. But if you go on to Forbes.com and you look up Medicare Advantage plans, you will see it. That's why I said I was sharing the information. Buffy, you're saying, where can I get clients? I just got approved to be a provider. A Medicaid provider? You got to do some marketing, sweetie. And I just answered your question, Chef Bree. IMA. I don't mind sharing the website. This is why I showed you guys. It's Forbes Health. It's Forbes.com, very reputable. And it also, for those of you just joining, you probably didn't see me share my screen. It says this is Medicare Advantage Plans 2024. So not only is it a reputable website, because remember how in school they said, reference your sites or your quotes. It's also very current. It's 2024 information. And I will do Maine and then, okay, Wisconsin. Okay, South Carolina. Yeah, so that's what I was trying to get to, telling you guys how to apply. But it seems like because everyone keeps asking me for the companies, let me just answer 2 more people so they don't feel ignored, and then we will go from there. Okay. So again, you see, I am sorry, wrong one. Sharing my screen on here so that the people on. Okay, sorry, people keep calling me. Okay, so sorry. All right, so here you see, as you guys can see, Forbes Health. You see that? Somebody is really trying to call me and messing up my live. Okay, so this is Milwaukee County. It has a this is Wisconsin, right? You see, and Medicare Advantage plans in Wisconsin. Thank you in advance for the hearts, guys, as I share this. 144,745 residents enrolled in a plan. That means that these people have the plan, but you're not a provider yet. These are the plans. Aetna, Medicare keeps coming up. Anthem, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Humana keeps coming up. Healthcare of Wisconsin and Massachusetts, Network Health Advantage Plans, Quars, Medicare Advantage Plans, and United Healthcare. So those are the ones you want to apply. Malona, you want to apply per program, right? You can't just have one. Okay. And then the last one, I said I would do Maine. Then I'll just answer some questions and we'll get back on here later with the second part. And the second part is which they're asking. So on YouTube, so I have have to contact insurances to work with them. That part is still confusing to me. How is that confusing to you? Okay, so a question I got on YouTube. So I have to contact insurances to work with them. Why is that confusing to you? Okay, so you guys see, okay, what you call it? Cumberland County. Cumberland County, 42,777 enrolled in a plan. That's one of the highest plans. And these are the companies. Aetna keeps coming up. Aetna Medicare, AMH Health, Humana, Martins Point, Generations Advantage, and United Healthcare and WellCare. Those are the companies. All right, so that I can jump off by what you call it, 4:30, the latest. Let me look at your questions. I did Maine, and hopefully you were still on to see it. addressed about the website. Let me see. Do I do Arizona? You mean help people in Arizona? Yep. I currently have 2 people that's about to graduate from my home care startup boot camp um, who are in Arizona. It's networking. So, yes, I have to contact them. Yes. Share the information on my mentorship. Sure. I have 2 mentorship programs. One is for licensing and one is for individuals who are already licensed. So if you DM me, I will know. I need to know what state you're in and if you're looking for help to get licensed or if you're looking for help for after you have already been licensed, your current provider. Yes, her beautiful. It is true in Arizona. They are not required. There's no licensing required for non-medical home care agencies. You found what information by digging and reading? Oh, okay, cool. All right, thank you. I'm glad you found it out. Okay, so Mickey Mouse on YouTube is saying I'm unsure on either I should affiliate myself or they contract me when patients get referred. Unsure about the whole process. What do you mean by affiliate yourself? So you have to have you have to have a contract with the agency to you have to have a contract with the agency. Sorry, I just remembered a house appointment. I forgot to cancel. Oops. um, you have to have a contract with the company in order for you have to become a provider. Remember, this is whole credentialing. You have to become a provider, which is a part of your credentialing process. When you become a provider, you're agreeing to the rates. That's also a part of the provider agreement. You're agreeing to follow their rules of how you are going to, provide service to their recipients, how you will get reimbursed. So it's so many things that's included into the credentialing process that I know I won't be able to get to 100% in this live because I do have to jump off soon. You cannot use a virtual address for Maryland. I think I've addressed that before. No, you have to have a physical address. So I covered your question about should you affiliate yourself or they contact me when patients get referral. You have to get credentialed, you have to become a provider, and you still have to market to get client referrals. And yes, you do have to contact them, each and every company, to work with them. And that is a part of the credentialing process. Yeah. So you can use a virtual address in Arizona, and the reason why that answer is different for Maryland is that Maryland is a regulated state and Arizona for non-medical is not. So her beautiful identity, you can bill Medicaid in Arizona for home care, but you would have to go through the credentialing process very similar to what. So even though you don't have to be licensed as a non-medical home care provider in Arizona, you do have to get credentialed in order to get reimbursement for Medicaid. Okay, you're welcome. And any other questions before I jump off? Okay, so again, for those of you kind of joined late, I'm keeping the replay on my YouTube channel for about 24 hours. So you can go on over to YouTube and look up Savvy, Savvy, Business Chick, go to my YouTube channel, and you'll be able to watch the replay from start to finish. That's number one. Number two, we have a home care licensing program for people who want to get licensed. And we have a one-on-one licensing program that includes mentorship, or we have a small group licensing program that's kind of like a startup boot camp. We're ending one boot camp at the beginning of July, and those people in Arizona, in Indiana, in Ohio, in Kentucky, in Maryland, in Virginia. I had 2 in Arizona, 1 in California, are going to be getting their certificates of completion right after 4th of July. We cover startup, licensure, regulatory compliance, training you on how to be an administrator or agency owner for your business, which a lot of people don't seem to have an understanding of. And then we cover marketing, how to market your business so that you can gain clients, whether it's private pay clients, Medicaid clients, or as we're talking about, Medicare Advantage. Thank you so much for the rose. So that's my home care licensing program or mentorship. Now, if you are an existing home care business owner, then you fall into my monthly home care CEO mentorship program. It's a monthly commitment. That means just like the gym, you can cancel anytime. You're like, I'm not going to as much as I should, so I'm going to cancel. And then, unfortunately, we won't be professional best friends anymore. But I do have people that's been in my mentorship program for months and over a year. And we are continuously working on them building and scaling their business. And they have one-on-one sessions with me on a monthly basis. And they get access to our business school that's coming up, or our business accelerator program, our training vault, and just resources to help them grow their business. So you're going to either fall into one of those categories, and whatever you're interested in. If you DM me, please know that I get so many emails or DMs that they continuously get pushed down. So I'm not ignoring you. And the best way to reach out to me is actually to go to my website, www.savvybusinesschick.com, and to send me an email. That way I can respond to you a lot faster. However, if you don't join my if you continue to DM me, you might run the risk of me not responding right away, and I don't ever want you to feel ignored. So if you do that, please let me know what state you're in, and if you have not been licensed, or you are licensed, so I know which program to recommend to you. Okay, people are calling me. I do need to go because now that was my neighbor. That was my neighbor who I had the tragedy just recently. Okay, I gotta go because I gotta answer her because it could be something really important. My neighbor had just died. Sorry, guys. Talk to you later. Hey.